This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
The best of the Morning X
with Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy.
99X.
The Morning X, Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy. Please welcome Dolores from the Cranberries. Now, is it O'Riordan or O'Riordan, or how do you say your last name exactly in the full Irish? Come on.
I say O'Riordan Burton.
O'Riordan Burton.
Yeah, because I have a little
boy
boy
now.
now.
I knew you got married. Didn't know if you adopted the name or not.
No, and I have a 1.5-year-old, so I'm throwing the Burton on there so he knows who his mommy is, you know. So
is that what it's going to say on the albums?
Yes,
O'Riordan Burton?
Yeah, I decided to make that move.
That's also worth a lot in Scrabble.
Because I have a child now as well.
Yeah.
You got the hyphen?
Yeah,
you did the whole hyphen thing?
I got the hyphen thing, and yeah, it's cool, you know. I waited until I had a little boy, though, to do it, so yeah, it's my big step.
So how has Taylor changed your life?
He's completely changed my life. I mean, I'm just so much happier than I was. And I think it's funny because, like, people think, like, if you have a successful career and all that, which I had, that you're made, but it ain't necessarily so. You know, I was just really unhappy and I was working a lot about 3 years ago. But I was really not enjoying it anymore, working and stuff. So I was going to give up singing for good. And I went home and I really didn't like singing anymore. So I didn't sing for about 8 months. But I got pregnant, and the first day that I felt like emotionally moved and I had to sing was when I first felt the child moving inside me, and I wrote a song called Dying in the Sun. Mm-hmm. So the beauty and the love for singing came back into my life, and I became the old me, a happy person again.
And it was also nice, I guess, or coincidentally nice, that you were able to, that you took that time off at the same time, so you had plenty of time to spend with Taylor.
Well, I didn't really take time off. I was giving up singing for good at the time. In my head, I was quitting. That was it. Like I'd had.
Did you really think you would never sing again?
Yeah,
you really thought that?
Oh yeah,
You
really.
were that frustrated and that just over it?
I was really sick. I was really messed up. I was really just. I'd seen a really horrible side of what I do. I'd seen a kind of a side that was vicious, and I mean, it appeared to me at the time that all that mattered to everybody around me was selling more and being better than what we already were. Whereas when I started singing, to me it was just always because I loved singing. That's all it was about. But I just saw so many greedy people, and it was such a horrible situation. That,
well, you were 18
I got out
when you joined the band, weren't you?
I was, yeah. And I mean, God, our first album was a surprisingly successful album, you know. And the second album even did better. But when the third album came out, there was so much pressure to just do better. And I suddenly realised that, like, an awful lot of people didn't really care about our music around us. It was just all about, you know. So, I mean, I suppose it was kind of an abrupt awakening. And then as I started to get tired of touring and I started to lose weight and stuff, speculation started, and it was like I had anorexia according to everybody, but I was actually having a bit of a nervous breakdown. So I took time off, and I went and I just found touch with reality. I found myself alive, you know. I just learned to be a normal person again and to forget about what happened. And
let's
I
rewind, because
for the love of singing again. So
back, I remember it must have been 4 or 5 years ago when I saw you open for the at the Roxy. There must have been 8 people, including me.
Yeah.
And you guys went full on. That's when I could tell you're such a pro, because 8 people, 800, 8,000, didn't matter. You were going for it. And then everything started happening. It started building and building. At that point, when the 8 people were there, do you think you're back mentally to that state where you're kind of at ease and just doing what you love, as opposed to getting in all the industry hubble bubble?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, because I wouldn't be here if I didn't feel like that now.
Right.
But I came back because I realised that it was all crap and it was all bull. I mean, it doesn't matter how big you are as an artist. What really matters is that you love singing and you love doing what you're doing every day.
The rest is a big sideshow.
If you stop liking it, you should just find yourself another job, really, you know. So I kind of realised that. And I learned a valid lesson that there's more to life than success and being famous and money and all. The real things in life are being happy.
You know, we hear these stories a lot from artists who all of a sudden they have a record that just shoots to the moon, and your life is very different. And the immediate reaction might be to somebody who's on the outside, well, what'd they think was going to happen? You know, here they
Right,
went.
if you
they
could take
joined-
it all back,
They
what-
joined a band with the intent, obviously, of being successful at some point. Although you can never predict how successful.
You never know. And we never
then-
expected that type of success, I must say.
And then at some point, you saw that the band was becoming successful. So I guess the question is,
It was overwhelming.
was what was your expectation as to what success was going to be?
I had no idea, and to be honest, we were so busy every day. We were on very tight schedules. Every hour of every day was mapped out. Our life, every hour of my life was mapped out for me. So there was no free time, and there's no time to yourself, and there's no reality. And you feel after a while like you're not even a person, because it just gets to that point where you're just like, do this, do this, do that, and you
Would
feel
you
like
take
a
it back
horse
and-
or something, a racehorse.
If you had to go back and make that decision again, would you? If you were said, okay, here's how it's gonna be.
Well, I suppose you have to learn from your mistakes. So, you have to, it's like we were young. I was 18, and, I guess the third album was the one where we knew we were getting tired and we needed to go home, but nobody wanted to hear, that kind of thing
Right.
or whatever. But I think, having gone through it now, I learned. And if I knew better, if I was wiser, well, then I would have not brought out the third album when we did it. We would have taken a break. But I suppose, that's the way life is. You learn from your mistakes. So you've no one to blame but yourself. like,
Once you
so
get in there, the hurricane's moving so fast that
That's right,
you can't really just, okay, I'm going to sit down for a minute.
Hey,
I
if
mean,
you know-
more and more is in your face and on your plate, and you want it, and then it's just overwhelming.
If you choose to jump on a roller coaster and it gets too spinny, and then it's hard to get off, but I'm glad we got off when we did, because we're back now and everything is like so exciting
Right.
and everything is fun and every day is fun, and it's
Well, the last time around, it ended up turning the band on itself. I mean, you guys started fighting with each other a lot.
no, we never did.
You didn't?
Never ever.
That's what the
ever.
Because
rumors
the
were.
rumor was
That's
that you were
completely-
breaking up. You were breaking up.
No, never.
So that
never.
was completely
never,
not.
never. I love Mike Ferg and no, they're like my brothers. We've never ever had a fight among ourselves.
Really?
So that's just a rumor.
But you had read those rumors.
I don't read the media.
You had heard
But-
those rumors.
No, I hadn't.
Really?
Really, that hadn't
No.
gotten back to you at all?
No, I heard that in the UK and stuff. They were saying I was leaving the band, but sure, they've been saying that since the day I joined them. I mean, we're together 10 years next year. If I was going to leave him, I'd be left him long ago.
Was everybody on the same page then, as far as let's pull out for a while?
Yeah, I mean, I think that kind of bugs an artist as well when there's people speculating and writing rumours. And at the end of the day, I think what it was we weren't in control of our careers anymore. That everybody around us was just too in on it, all of a sudden. Whereas initially when you start out, you're in control. But when you get very successful, there's all these people who come out of all the little corners and they kind of take control. So, and then it gets a bit like, I don't know if I'm enjoying this, kind of thing. But at least now the nice thing is we're enjoying it, and that's the most important thing. And we're in control of everything and we're really enjoying it.
More of this interview you don't want to miss is back in minutes on the Best of the Morning X 99X.
Ever wonder how dark the world can really get?
Well, we dive into the twisted, the terrifying, and the true stories behind some of the world's most chilling crimes.
Hi, I'm Ben.
And I'm Nicole.
Together, we host Wicked and Grim, a true crime podcast that unpacks real-life horrors one case at a time.
With deep research, dark storytelling, and the occasional drink to take the edge off,
We're here to explore the wicked.
and reveal the grim. We are Wicked and Grim.
Follow and listen on your favorite podcast platform.